Welcome back to Emerald Coast. We're going to do some more testing today. We have word that the map is very close to being uploaded and submitted to FS UK. Hey Nick, what's up? We've got a new version of the map here, and we've got some things to show off that are different than what we've seen earlier, and some little subtle changes. Nothing too drastic yet. Something big coming, that's for sure. Just over here on big old Field 5 running a mission. See Field 5 here with respect to where the other stuff is. Nothing tops big old Field 23 though, that's for sure. Got our John Deere over in Field 2 cultivating, and we still have our New Holland over in Field 1. I think our New Holland's done seeding soybeans over there in Field 1, so we'll need to move him over to the next field once we're done this mission. So what's up, Nick? So I was glad I got this particular seeder, because earlier today, hey Riley, what's up? Earlier today I was watching a Mr. Sealy P video where he hooked this seed tender up to the Great Plains seeder from the Big Bud pack, and it actually hooked up, and it actually increased the volume of seed that he had to use with the Great Plains seeder. I thought that was rather interesting. So he went from having like 5,400 liters or 5,100 liters of seed to something like 13,000 liters of seed with the addition of that seed tender that I've got right here. Thought it was an interesting combination. And he likes that Homer. That's for sure. He loves the Homer. He uses that for just about everything. I thought that was extremely interesting to pair this seed tender up with the Great Plains from the Big Bud pack, and not necessarily use it with this, which is what it was obviously intended for. Hey Will, what's up? We're just over here on Field 5 putting in some wheat for one of the farmers. What he doesn't realize is that we're just going to buy the field out from under him after he's paid to put the wheat in. You're just so cruel. If you haven't figured it out, we're going to own all these fields before harvest time. What about doing some mowing today too? I don't know if I've got the Big Bud in here or not, but if I don't, we'll do something else with the mowing. I know Duck Zorly had had access to the map, and I know he posted some photos of him mowing early, but I haven't seen him post any information as of late. Maybe he's waiting for the grass to grow back so he can mow it again. What's up, Darren? How's your tractor restoration doing up at the Willow River Historical farm? I saw Mike post a video today of the museum. Shouldn't be too much longer with this. We're over halfway. I think our John Deere's just about done his job. Yeah, he looks like he's just about done. Hey Raznik, what's up? I know you're interested in the screenshot I put up in Discord a little bit ago. Well, I can say that CCS 101 is trying to iron out some bugs in a really cool new feature, and that will probably, once that's said and done, that will probably mark the very near time frame to have this thing uploaded, barring anything odd found. I was watching Simulation for the Nations stream today on a map, and on this map, and he was delivering some cows to the cow area with the big semi animal trailer, and he could back into the cow shed, but he couldn't pull out. He got the trailer stuck. That was obviously something that probably should get and take care of. So I think what I just read in Discord is that CCS 101 extended the animal trigger to extend outside the building, so you just back up to the door and then you can unload, so that would work. There was still finding little things that will help out everybody's gameplay. I don't think there's any drastic things that are broken. Those would typically have gotten found by now with the way we're trying to pound things out. Still may be some trees in there that can't be cut. I don't think anybody's crazy enough to try to clear cut the forest in testing. I know I don't have the time to do that. Raznik, this will be over at FS UK, so it's not going to be on the Giants mod hub. It's not that, well, the current map size is still too big. Well, from what I understand from other folks, is that the Giants mod hub has a file size limit of like 756 megabytes, and this map is currently about just under twice that size, so it won't go up there because it's too big. And the reason it's too big is it's got all of the I mean, you may notice when we're in town and we're in the residential areas, I don't think there's, there may be 2 houses that are the same, but that's about it. So there's so many different models and textures that there's not a lot of stuff repeated. So that kind of adds to the file size and the amount of detail and decoration all over the place. As far as, you know, little things here, little things there, really adds to the file size. So it's probably not going to be able to make the cut to the mod hub simply because it's too big. But it will be over to FS UK, that's for sure. You did not miss the grand reveal, Genetic J. Grand reveal has been held up slightly. It was a little optimistic to have been pronouncing a grand reveal earlier this afternoon, in that early this morning a slight bug was found with the version of the map that I've got, and that was figured out pretty early in the day. But there was a issue found with the amazing new feature that kind of made it non-functional. But all hopes are that it will be all resolved here in the next day or so. And if that's the case, we can have our grand reveal on Friday. It's not a grand reveal of a new map, just a grand reveal of a new and cool, amazing function on this map. And we may still kind of talk about it, but I won't be able to show it off until the bugs get worked out. Let's just say it has to do with feeding cows and sheep. So speculate on what that might mean. An auto feeder. What would describe the auto feeder, Apache? We'll have fun with this for a little bit. Henry, you're too slow. Apache already called the auto feeder. Okay, well, it's not auto-feeding TMR. That is definitely not what it is. That is an interesting idea, though. I'd have to say this feature is a bit more sinister than that. Man, if 5 is this big and takes this long, I can only imagine how long 23 is going to take. I'm going to have to do that later. We're not going to do 23 tonight. It'll take all night to do 23 off camera. Looks like our other 2 guys are done now. Jason, we're on a soon-to-be-released map called Emerald Coast. Look for it soon over at FS17. An auto butcher. No, no. That is definitely more sinister. But it's not that R-rated. An auto milker or a slice and dicer. No, it's got to deal with cows and sheep. What do cows and sheep have in common? You could say it might have auto involved. So they both have 4 hooves. They both walk around on 4 legs. They both have live births. They both provide us a finished product. What if we said it would make the game more realistic? Well, auto wool sale's been done, and that wouldn't involve the cows. We already have auto milk sale. Hey, I could use auto wool sale over on Rathlin. I just sold 19 pallets of wool yesterday. And it took me 3 trips across the Sound to do that. They already auto breed. Ryan says they get their grass from the pastures they graze in. That would be a pretty cool feature, wouldn't it? Have the cows and sheep feed themselves grass, if grass existed. One could say that was almost an auto feeder. Alright, we're almost done. Hey, SMA Clean and Green. How you doing? Coming to us from tomorrow. From Tomorrowland, also known as Australia. Hey Talgar, what's up? Right, $1,000, and I'm gonna buy it from. All right. So for those that don't realize it, Ryan hit it right on the nose. So here we are at the sheep pasture. New function, or new feature. There's now little signs here to show us where the grass trough and the sheep trough is. That's going to be quite useful if you only have one animal, so that you don't do what we did and fill the wrong trough thinking that it was one animal over the other. There we have sheep. I did take table manners out because I don't know if we ever actually tested the animal dirty part. So I took the animal table manners out because I wanted to see how things got dirtied up. Dirt areas in here. So, but the trigger now has been extended from here all the way across to here. Now, right now it only went part of the way. But what this new capability does is you see up here, and it's not working quite right. It kind of worked if you bought just one animal, but if you bought the other one, then it kind of broke. So CCS 101 is working with the with Real Logger. It's part of the Seasons folks to get the bugs worked out. It's a Real Logger script. So the way it's supposed to work is if the script detects that there's mowable grass in this pasture area, then it will basically every hour clip a little bit of grass. I don't think it does it for real. I think it might do it virtually. But it'll clip some grass and put it in the feed trough. And in theory, if you have enough grass to feed the number of animals you have, then from probably mid to late spring all the way into late autumn, your animals, meaning your cows and your sheep, will have their own grass auto-filled because they're eating it out of the pasture that they are walking in, to the point where you will only need to feed them, well, in the case of sheep, you only need to feed them hay over winter and the first part of spring. For the rest of the year, they will be self-sustaining with grass. Still have to water them. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I haven't seen it work, but Will has seen it work, and he says that it clips the grass for real. So you'll see the, I guess you'll see the grass slowly get mowed away automatically. That's pretty cool. So I was really excited and really hoping that it would be working this evening, but Will ran into some issues trying to troubleshoot it. So alas, it's not quite going to happen tonight. But we will let the cat out of the bag as to what the cool new awesomeness is. Need to finish this up. I didn't save the Courseplay course that I had this guy working on. So I thought I had him working on a Courseplay course. So I had futz with a course until I could get him to auto work. That is right, Resnick. Or Raznick. If you have a small map with a very small grazing area, and you try to support a large number of sheep or cows, in theory they would be needing to eat more than the area could produce. And in that case, you would have to supplement with additional grass and hay. So this is something that lots of folks have been yammering about and complaining about for basically, I guess, the inception of at least FS17, maybe even further back, is why do we need to feed our animals grass when they eat it in real life? They should just be able to eat it out of the pasture area. Well, now they can. So as long as there's grass in that area, they can sustain themselves, at least for grass. For cows, you're still going to need to, you're still going to want to give them silage and hay or power food, so that they can be more productive. but the need to have a mower and a little forage wagon to mow grass and then feed it to them in a trough, that would no longer be needed on maps that had this capability added to it. Yeah, I don't know about that. Can't say it couldn't happen, but I think that would be a pretty tall order to mod in being able to relocate cows. I wouldn't say that it probably can't happen. It's just might be more difficult. So we were Will and I were talking on Discord, and we were talking about, well, if you had the water trough add-on for water, and you had the animal grazing, I think that's what it's called, the animal grazing mod in the map, and then you had an auto cell trigger for wool. Basically from mid-spring to late autumn, your sheep would be, for the most part, self-sustaining. Be very low maintenance, because all you'd have to do is go over there every couple of days and activate the water trough. Yes, it's supposed to be seasons compatible. It is the brainchild of Real Logger, one of the Realmus programmers. So obviously the intent would be that it would be fully seasons capable or compatible. Hey, GTX. Oh, was that for real a project you were working on? You want to manually shear the sheep. That would be interesting. So in Courseplay, you're talking about, where is it? Turn speed? Oh, that's a, that usually indicates, turn speed is usually, at least the way I've seen it work, is for field work. So you if Courseplay, or when Courseplay is turning on the field, turn speed is the speed at which it turns in the field. It's not so much the speed at which it turns on the road when going from point 1 to point 2, point A to point B. Typically on transport courses, like to sell points and to and from farm silo and everything. Typically those are recorded where the driver drives or emulates the speed of the recording. Where did I leave? There, I left it. Hey, Smoke Clone, how you doing? You got something else to show off? I know this one requires map preparation. So it, might be. So it does. It seems to be like it's a drop-in mod, but then it also requires you to use the editor to prepare the grazing areas. Was yours more automatic? We're gonna wait down here because we got something to show off. I'm doing pretty good. Got a better angle somewhere. I was reading up on this one. The way it works is there's a couple scripts that you drop in, and then you have to go into the editor and basically paint a grazing area in the animal pen, if you will. Then the script uses that. Oh, here it comes. We got some new trains. We got some CSX trains now. All right. I want to show you guys the trains because they are cool. Oh, look, nice little flowers in here. I like this. I like that better than these tall things. That's how I like to park my cars. Alright, so let's take this. here. I do not. Well, the only console I own is a Wii, and my youngest plays that. He's 4. So let's see here. I'm gonna do something over. That's harvested. Let's go ahead. Let's get you. Let's top you off. Let's see here. I have. Here. It's this cool new feature again. On clockwise. That ain't right. There we go. It's better. Yeah, this is the new dev version of Courseplay. It's got a graphical user interface option. Work. The map will be public very soon. The feature that I was talking about is probably the last big thing to need to get done to the map before it's uploaded for testing to FS UK. So if you go to Genetic, can you put a link to the Courseplay GitHub? Something like GitHub/Courseplay. Okay. Yeah, if you go to GitHub and then in the search you just put in Courseplay. There's 2. One's called like Tractor Path or something. Let's see. Let's hire a helper for. Go off. Oh, there it is. Then you just click clone, download zip. But then you'll need to unzip that. And then you'll need to go into the then you'll need to go into the folder that unzips. and then you'll have to zip that up. Oh, I don't want to do that one. I want to do this one up here. Yep, that's harvest. Gonna hire that guy out. Gonna jump over here. Check. Alright, so this chipper does require maintenance. I want to go over here because I want to get, oh, these darn reflectors. You hit those reflectors wrong and they will take you for a trip. I want to come over here and get the animal trailer. I wanted to deliver some more cows because I wanted to see if I could pull the trailer. I mean, I should be able to pull this in. This one's much lower than the semi-trailer. Now, how come we got animated cows over there, but we don't have animated pigs? The pig shed. So Jay, what you need to do is you need to unzip that. And when you unzip that, you'll have Courseplay_master as a folder. You need to go into that folder. And then you'll have your typical mod files. You have some folders and a moddesk.xml file and everything. You need to zip the contents of the Courseplay_master folder and name it whatever you want. If you want to call it FS17_Courseplay, you can. And then, if you don't feel comfortable replacing your zip file, just rename your Courseplay zip file and move it to your desktop or something. And then put this one into your mods folder, and it will basically replace it. Taking these over here just to check, but this trailer is a lot shorter than the semi, so it should work. is kind of the back way into the cows. If you do end up having some issues, there's plenty of videos on how to install the dev version or how to get the dev version. Grizzly Bear Sims, who's got a link in my description to his channel. I know he has several Courseplay tutorials, and one of them is on just that, on how to get and install the dev version. We're just braving it. We're not even looking. We're just going to drive right on out in the road. So this door is just about the same size as the semi-animal trailer. This one. Just about the same size as that one. And Simulation for the Nation was able to back up into here. Couldn't get out. And what CCS 101 said is you can't really enlarge the building because of these vent cooling fans. It would mess up the animation on the cooling fans. Trying to see, I guess the belts aren't. The only thing rotating is the fan blade. Let's see how this guy's doing. Pretty good. Let's see how this guy's doing. Doing pretty good, given the fields are so close together. If you're somebody that likes to merge fields, you could probably merge some fields here. I never think about merging fields, but I guess you could be crazy and you could merge all of these into one ginormous field. This guy's doing. Oh, he's empty. Look at that. What about timing? Going to do, we're going to buy I don't have the horse in here. Laser. Down here at the shop, we got another tractor just sitting down here. There's a compost master on the map. It's over by the pig area. We do have, or in the map is a couple bale storage buildings. We'll go by those here in a minute. They're down here. So this building here to our left is for bale sales, selling of bales and whatnot. And then we have two of the wonderful GTX LS Mod Company bale storage buildings. This one's for round hay bales, and this one is for square hay bales. That is the only thing you can store in here are hay bales. Yes. Alright, John, I'll take a look at it. What we're going to do is we're going to spin over here. Because we've got bulk fertilizer sales here. I can't get that sprayer underneath this thing. But I can get this right here. Now, we're going to fill this up. And typically this would cost us a fortune. Uh, 28,000 liters of dry fertilizer, and it cost us just $26,000. You ever edited the time the factories produce? Yep, I have. And yep, I do. I have a video on that, that very thing. Oh, I don't have a lid to this. I don't have a cover. Alright. Let's go fill up our spreader. So we can get bulk fertilizer and seed from there, and then we can get bulk liquid fertilizer from a spot up the road here. And apparently we can get bulk liquid fertilizer also from the sell point that sells compost. I don't know how. I didn't know. I didn't do a video on editing the speed of a vehicle. So I don't think I did. Alright, what's going on here? Why can I not do this? That's annoying. Oh, I tried that. It didn't work anything, so... Oh yeah, I remember that now. Yeah, when I got like $19 billion, I don't really feel like messing with stuff. I'll just, if you don't work, I'll just replace it. So we'll go back there and we'll show off the, we'll talk about the bulk stuff again. I need to pick up that spreader. So the solid is there. Saw that. Seed is under this spout right here. Oh, like it says seeds. Then the liquid is over here. Is this the liquid one? This is where you get bulk stuff. Alright, that was the liquid one. And then right down the road here. Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Wrong area. This is potato sales and sugar beet sales. For anyone that's not seen this before, this is pretty much signature CCS 101 on Churn Farm. We had this in the potato cell area. On Midtown, we had this at the potato cell area, so this is kind of a signature. Got a sorter, or a cleaner, then a sizer potato thing. Right. We got sugar beet sales over here. Well, let's go where I was needing to go to. Here you can get seed and fertilizer, but this is not bulk. That's we're gonna pay full price for that. Alright, let's go get our new spreader. Kind of tight getting out of there. Oh, I'm sure I took the sign down with that one. Was gonna bump the speed up because I want to see. Want to get to. We want to get to the next day of spring. See, it should just fill. Why didn't it just fill? I don't know. With seasons, yeah, grass will disappear. Hired him. It's understandable why this guy missed that because of the fence. See, we have horses in FS17. We don't need them added to 15 or 19. Let's go over here and do canola in this one too. If you bale grass and put it in the bale storage buildings, yeah, that'll work. There was a question about the production. I'll go over here by the compost master. Get hungry, we can come down here to the buffet. Yeah, with seasons, grass is basically useless. Well, grass is the ends to get hay or silage, that's about it. Here's the compost master. And all of the so for those that haven't seen the map before, we've got 4 bins stored around the area here. Here's one of them. The GSI. Here, let's get out of here. Take flight. GSI on this one is not not up against the tank. It's away from the tank a little bit. Notice that. The way these tanks work is you need an auger to fill from the top. And then you just bring your trailer in underneath here. But this one only holds soybeans, and it holds 240,000 liters. And many of the fuel tanks, if not all the fuel tanks in the area, you have to fill these. So if you don't fill them, you won't be able to draw any gas out of them or fuel out of them. So in a previous stream, we filled this one. So this little one doesn't have a display on it, so you don't really know when it's empty. But the other ones at the other farms do have displays on them. And if you try to fuel the tractor, it cuts off. So no unsafe fueling. Here we have our dynamic mud. It's another great innovation on the map. Is mud that will become muddier in the event of rain, which we do have in the forecast. Yeah, the in-game fuel tanker will fill those. And that's something else that's really awesome, is you start out with a full fuel tanker, a fertilizer spreader that's full, full seeder, I think. So everything that takes volume is filled at the start, which is pretty cool. Traffic moves at a pretty good clip, but at least it's not suicidal anymore. Milk does not sell at midnight. Am I remembering that correct? So if you want to sell your milk, you need to ship it. In fact, our seeder is out of seed, so we need to go fill up. We're going to go down to the bulk store and fill it up. Hey, Preston, what's up? And interesting enough, Field 12 down there. Let's go look at this so it's easier. Field 12 is really cheap. Because it has some mud problem. So you don't want to be working field 12 when you have a wet crop condition, because you will have a lot of mud to deal with. But if you wait until you have a fairly dry ground, then the mud will be more manageable. It's pretty cool. I've heard some folks talk about random events recently, talking like disasters or windstorms, knocked over crop. You lose crop or something. Maybe that's what referring to. All right. We're gonna go get some bulk seed. I hope I can fill that with. You know what? I probably can't fill that with our. I can't fill that with our. I can't fill that from there. Because I can't open the door. Let's go. Got another auger wagon in here. Yeah, we should have another tractor in here. No, we're not gonna use it. I don't think it'll work. I think you can fold it with the door open. What? I never tried that. Nope, nope. See, it closes it. Alright. What we're going to do is we're going to get the John Deere. We'll go over here and get the other auger wagon. And let's go get the seed. It's okay, we'll need more seed. I think that was a seeder that was full of seed. So we really haven't bought seed. You inherit debt. That would be great. It's discovered that the farm that you're on is actually owned by somebody else, and they take it away from you. That would be great. That's a wonderful random event. Crop light, and you lose all of your potatoes, something like that. So let's see what it costs to fill this thing up with seed. A hurricane would definitely affect you here on Emerald Coast. $28,000 liters of seed is just $20,000. Let's see if we can't Got it's pretty tight through here with all this junk. Alrighty. Then I'll show this off again. In here, we have a bulk fuel sales. It's like way back in here in the tall weeds. Here you can buy bulk diesel fuel for a pretty low rate compared to the Shell station. All right, back to the farm. No refinery. You'll have to put that in yourself. It depends on the size of equipment you want to play, Apache. Some of these fields are not too bad. They're 5 or 6 hectares in size, but some of them are pretty darn big. But you only start by owning out fields like 1, 2, 3, and 4, I think. I think those are the 4 fields that you own from the start. You start out with some fairly... I went the wrong way. Start out with some fairly decent-sized equipment. You start out with 1 piece of every DLC if you own them. So if you own the Big Bud, you get the Big Bud up there. If you own the Coon DLC, you get a... oh, what do you get? Oh no! Okay, this is not cool. If you own the Coon DLC, you get something. I forget what you get. The square bale wrapper, there you go. If you own the Ropa DLC, you get the Ropa potato harvester. If you own the Platinum Edition, you get the... oh, what do you get? Uh-oh, we got rain. We're gonna go play in the mud now. The Platinum Edition, you get... oh yeah, the car. All of our seed is being ruined. Watch, I can't get in here. Now let's pull this up. There we go. So the helper did something a little weird here. That's not too bad. And these fields look awful nice now that we cleaned them up. When you start the game, fields 3 and 4 are in pretty rough shape. They've got spots of withered crop where whoever harvested them last time really didn't do that great of a job. It does have a built-in geo. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. This is a modified, well, it's not modified. This is a custom geo based on Floridian weather. And you have sugarcane. So sugarcane is a product that can be grown on Emerald Coast. You can plant sugarcane all year long except for the middle of winter. Middle of winter is no sugarcane planting. You can harvest year round. You can plant grass year round, but you can only harvest grass from the early or from mid-spring to late autumn. Then wheat is spring. Then you can start planting wheat again in late summer all the way through winter. Same with your barley and your canola. Sunflowers, pretty short planting season. Soybeans you can plant all the way up till the end of the middle of summer. So it's a pretty long planting season. Corn you can plant early spring as long as you got 50 degrees. Plant all the way up to the end of early summer. Potatoes and sugar beets are fairly short planting. Also, it's important to note that sugarcane will take 1.5 years to grow to a harvested state, a harvestable state. If that's if you do seasons. So it is a very long-term crop. Now you can do 3 harvests before you need to replant. So at 1.5 years, that is 4.5 game years before you have to replant your sugarcane fields. Yeah, you can do a sugarcane plantation, but you better have some other form of revenue, because you're going to run out of money in the 1.5 years that it takes for the sugarcane to come up. Oh, that's another wonderful feature. Regrowable poplar. So plant yourself some poplar, and it's forever regrowing, just like grass. So there's lots of cool things that are available on the map. And like I said, if once the grass, the harvesting, not the harvesting, but the grass, the grass eating for the sheep and the cows is figured out, and it'll probably be very close to submitting it. Testing. So you remember how the mud looked when it was dry, right? So let's go ahead and check out the mud now that we are wet. See, we had some mud over here by the compost master, right? And it wasn't too terrible bad. Oh, but now it's a bit deeper. Check out field 12's problem. The biggest field is 23. We'll go over there. You can see field 12 here. It's got some mud issues. You don't want to be really working it when it's wet. But as a result, it's cheaper than the other fields. Let's go over here where we got a big patch of mud. The drainage isn't so hot on this field. Go check out the biggest field. Right up here. 30 hectares, basically, is the biggest field. Oh, it was there. Why not take it out there for a spin, right? So we get the platinum convertible right here. Well, the equipment I got on here now isn't really a good representation of the starting equipment. I would say go back and check the first first video in the Emerald Coast playlist, because I'm pretty sure I go through the equipment there. But like I say, what I've got on here now isn't really a good representation. Uh-oh, I broke traffic. Somehow I broke traffic. So if everything goes well, I hope to be able to show you guys the animal grazing aspect on Friday. I scared him, huh? Let's. I guess that's 3 stages, right? We can do this and see what happens. Oh, that's just 2. Still seeding. Something in there. Let's see here. Sugarcane's got its own section, doesn't it? Harvesting. Where's the this is sugarcane doohickeys. Oh, it's in here. 1 meter. Oh, a whopping 2 meter planter. Awesome.
Same place, mate.
It's awesome. To these, right? That looks like enough. And something fun. I don't really have a lot of mods in here. That's not you. Use this one. Broke traffic everywhere. Where's this bigger cedar at? Okay. Well, I'll just, graphical work next time I come in. Notice the road has reflectors. I think that's so cool. Oh, if it's a mod, I'm not at all bothered with that. I thought you were saying there was a bigger one in game. Given the fact that this road is diagonal, it's about as long as a road you can get on this size map, which is a standard size 2x2, and you can see sell point is now closed. We can't get in there. The vehicle shop is closed. We can't get in here to sell things, but thankfully they don't keep us from coming in here and picking stuff up. And I guess I should get those bales out of the rain. They've been through 2 rainstorms so far, so maybe I'll just let them stay there. I wonder if anyone has ever implemented it where after a certain time period you cannot buy anything. So after a certain time period, the store just doesn't the store trigger doesn't work. You know, the key binding, you just can't pull up the store interface. You can't pull up this. That'd be cool. There we go. Right, but I thought, what about just not flat out being able to buy anything? Did we ever see where the reset point is? Reset point is back here at the main yard. I bet you we can't get to our fertilizer, can we? No, our fertilizer is closed. Oh, look at this lighting. Got this stuff reflecting off of everything. That's pretty cool. I got a tote of something over here. Maybe it's fertilizer. Like it is. Oh, I need myself a weight. I can't steer. Get out of my way. There we go. We don't need a strobing action here in the cab. We can see the little reflectors. That's just cool. So he's finished working. What we're going to do is we're going to fast forward time here in a minute. Seven. Where did I have the T7 at? New day. All right, see you later, Jay. We're gonna be done here in a little bit. Oh no, we lost chickens. Gotta feed chickens. We got a loan. I gotta get rid of that loan. And we got wet crops, so we got mud. If we can avoid some of the mud if we get over here. And we're off. Nobody else is there. So guys, what do you think of the map? Are you all digging it? Ready to attack this thing for reals? Yeah, I'm excited to try out the animal grazing thing. I want to see how that works. And to some degree, I'm a little curious as to how many cows and well, how many cows the grazing area will support. I'll tell you, it had to be pretty sweet to pull me away from Willow River. So tomorrow, I think I will be over on a different map. I think I'll be over on the Valley of the Old Farm. Those that may have seen the multiplayer videos on the Italian map, di Terra Italia or something. Basically, that group switched over to the Valley of the Old Farm because apparently some of the fields weren't growing right. Some of the guys had wheat in their fields, and it never moved past like second growth stage. But other people who had planted wheat in different fields were at the same time were harvesting. So they have moved over to the Valley of the Old Farm. We've got some work to do down at the BGA's, the BGA. So that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow night. I don't know how the math works, but in theory it takes into account the size of the field, or the size of the area, so you should be able to max it out. And we're doing 3-day seasons, so that should really max out the need. There's the reset point. Well, I guess, oh, that's not taking it. Do anything on this field. I said I was going to fertilize some grass, didn't I? Never got around to that. There's a fence down here. Oh my gosh, you can hardly see. Is that grass a different color? This grass be a different color than the regular grass? Or is it just this shade when it's not fully grown? Okay. I want to hire him, her, because I can't see the grass very good. See how our sugar cane is going. Well, it did seem that it did seem like the map grass, or some parts of the map grass, were fully grown when the game started. Well, I'm kind of over sugarcane too, but I'm just going to do it to see it come up. Oh, I'm doing pretty good, although I am about to close out. It is 11:30 my time, and I need to get up in about 6 hours to get ready. Trying to take the cedar back across the way. Shut that gate when I was doing some other stuff in here. villagers freeze. There. This guy didn't do a very good job. Where here he missed some. Missed some here along the fence line. Well, thank you guys for coming out and watching. Like I said, tomorrow we're going to be on the Valley of the Old Farm. We're going to be doing some plowing on the BGA fields. The way we're working it is the BGA is going to be operated as a cooperative with the other players on the map. So I think the BGA owns like 6 or 7 fields. And BGA will pay us for our labor. If we use our own equipment, I think it may pay us even more. And then, in theory, we're going to plow the fields, fertilize them, plant corn in them. And then when it comes harvest time, we will, as a collective, do the harvest. And then collectively reap the reward, which is the profits from the sale of the chaff, silage. So be over on the Valley of the Old Farm. And then Friday, the plan will be back here on Emerald Coast, hopefully to show off the cool graze mod that will be built in. Hopefully we get those, not we, I'm not going to do anything about it. Hopefully Will and Real Logger can get the issues figured out here in the next day or so. I'm going to go ahead and finish up fertilizing this field and getting the sugarcane planted in there, and then I'll call it a night. So until next time, happy farming.